The reckless rush to plunder the abyss, a Canadian firm's gamble with our oceans, future asterisk. The deep ocean, a realm of mystery and unparalleled biodiversity, is facing an unprecedented threat. A Canadian deep-sea mining company, the metals company, TMC, is aggressively pursuing a path that environmentalists decry as reckless and potentially catastrophic, circumventing a crucial United Nations treaty to gain access to the mineral-rich abyssal plains of international waters. This audacious maneuver, undertaken in collaboration with the previous U.S. administration, ignites a fierce debate about the balance between economic gain and the irreversible damage to our planet's fragile ecosystems. The urgency with which TMC is pushing forward is deeply unsettling. More than 30 governments, a growing chorus of concerned nations, are calling for a moratorium on deep-sea mining, citing the alarming lack of scientific data regarding the potential environmental impacts. The risks are undeniably immense, and the consequences of proceeding without a comprehensive understanding could be irreversible. Scientists have repeatedly warned that industrial-scale mining in these vulnerable ecosystems will cause catastrophic biodiversity loss, potentially wiping out species we haven't even discovered yet. The long-term consequences for the intricate web of life in the deep ocean, and indeed the planet as a whole, are too profound to ignore. TMC's CEO, Gerard Barron, justifies the company's actions with a bold claim. "We believe we have sufficient knowledge to get started and prove we can manage environmental risks." This assertion, however, is met with widespread skepticism by the scientific community and environmental organizations. The existing data, far from being sufficient, paints a stark picture of the potential for devastating environmental harm. The deep sea is a unique and poorly understood environment. Its slow growth rates and the lack of resilience in its deep-sea ecosystems mean that any damage caused by mining is likely to be long-lasting, if not permanent. Instead of adhering to the internationally recognized framework established by the International Seabed Authority, ISA, a UN body tasked with regulating deep-sea mining, TMC is exploiting a loophole in the 1980 Deep Seabed Hard Mineral Resources Act. This strategic move, undertaken with urgency, sidesteps the rigorous environmental assessments and regulations designed to protect the deep ocean. The company's actions highlight the significant gap between responsible resource management and the relentless pursuit of short-term economic gains. The chosen target of TMC's mining ambitions is the Clarion-Clipperton Zone, CCZ, a vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean seabed lying between Mexico and Hawaii. This area is known to be incredibly rich in polymetallic nodules, mineral-rich rocks coveted for their valuable metals. However, recent scientific expeditions have revealed the CCZ to be a treasure trove of biodiversity, teeming with newly discovered species adapted to the extreme pressures and darkness of the deep ocean. These organisms, many of which are still unknown to science, are uniquely vulnerable to the destructive forces of deep-sea mining. The environmental consequences of TMC's actions could be far-reaching. The plumes of sediment stirred up by mining operations will smother benthic communities, impacting organisms that depend on the seafloor for survival. Noise pollution from mining equipment will disrupt the delicate acoustic environments vital for communication and navigation among marine species. The release of toxic heavy metals into the water column could have cascading effects throughout the marine food web, potentially impacting fish stocks and even human health. The fundamental issue at stake is not merely the loss of a few species. It's the destruction of entire ecosystems that have evolved over millions of years. The deep ocean is a vital component of Earth's climate system, playing a critical role in carbon sequestration and nutrient cycling. Disrupting this delicately balanced ecosystem could have unpredictable and potentially catastrophic consequences for the planet's climate and overall health. The rush to exploit the deep ocean's resources before we fully understand the consequences is a profound gamble with our planet's future. The call for a moratorium on deep-sea mining is not just a plea from environmentalists. It's a call for scientific prudence and responsible stewardship of our shared ocean heritage. Ignoring the warnings and proceeding with deep-sea mining without adequate safeguards would be an act of profound negligence, leaving an indelible scar on the ocean's depths and jeopardizing the well-being of future generations. The time for caution is not tomorrow, it is now. The ocean's future hangs in the balance. The choice is ours.